Welcome everyone to Virtual Open House. I'm so glad that you could be here to watch this. I'm going to start with a little bit about me. I am a UCF graduate, Go Knights. I was born in New York and moved to Orlando after first grade. My family is from Spain and Colombia, so I speak both English and Spanish. This is my 9th year teaching. I taught kindergarten for a year and second grade for 5 years. And in 2018 to 2019, I taught English in Spain. And last year, I taught first grade at Sunshine. We do use Class Dojo. I'm sure your students have told you about it at home, and you guys have been using it to message me, which I really appreciate that. That's going to be our #1 way to communicate with each other is through Class Dojo. And I will also be sending a video on how to keep up with your students' progress in terms of when they are gaining points or losing points or redeeming them for leveling up. Students do work towards a new level, and they do get rewards for leveling up. So it's something we really encourage and celebrate in class, and they enjoy it very much. We are going to start with some curriculum. So first, the 5 components of reading. The first one is phonemic awareness. So that's understanding that spoken words are made up of individual sounds. So for example, cat is made up of k, a, t. That's just the listening part and the speaking part of it. But phonics is when you understand the relationship between the written and spoken letters. So it's hearing it, saying it, and being able to write and read it. So right now we are working on blends. Before we were working on short A, short I, short O, short E, short U. We are going to be working on digraphs and ending sounds as well this year. Fluency is being able to read smoothly and accurately in a specified time range. So for example, how many words correct per minute can your student read? #4 is vocabulary. It's understanding the meaning of words in context. And #5 is comprehension, understanding what was read. Sight words are really important because they help students become more fluent, and therefore when they're reading more fluently, they can spend more time paying attention to the comprehension piece and understanding what's happening in the story or in the text. So these are words that students should be able to immediately recognize and read without hesitation. That does not mean that we want to practice using flashcards all the time. We do want them to be able to use things like the sound boxes or whiteboards to be able to sound out, because most sight words can be sounded out. We just want them to be able to recognize these words quickly. First graders are expected to learn 20 to 25 words each quarter. The kindergarten expectation was 100 words, so we are building off of those 100 words to do the next 200. I assess students every quarter, so each quarter you'll receive a set of kind of digital flashcards that will show all of the words on there, and then you can use the sound boxes or whiteboards to practice those with your child. Our math expectations, we have several different units. We've already completed counting to 120, as well as place value with tens and ones places. But now we are working on mastery of addition up to 20. And the goal is for our students to not be using their fingers to try to add. We want them to be able to master that fluently, so not using fingers. Missing add-ins is going to be next, which is having a number such as 2 plus blank equals 7, and trying to figure out what that number in between is. We all will also be working on subtracting this year and 2D and 3D shapes. We are going to learn time to the half hour and to the hour. And measurement, we're going to be comparing and ordering objects using their length and also using an inch ruler this year. We are going to be reading and creating data charts like bar graphs and line graphs and all sorts of fun things like that. We are going to be expecting students to write narratives, persuasive/opinion writing, and informational writing. They are expected to use a capital letter to start each sentence, punctuation mark to end each sentence, and to use what we call finger spacing between the words. We do want them to spell sight words and the phonics words that they have learned correctly in their writing. And the goal at the end is to be able to write a paragraph with 5 complete sentences, one of those being the topic sentence, 3 being detailed sentences, sentences, and 1 closing or feeling sentence at the end. Our assessments, as I'm sure you've seen, we have a weekly reading assessments. There is usually a quiz or test on Friday for comprehension, and then we have our phonics quiz as well each Friday. Math changes depending on when we finish a unit. So when, for example, we finished our counting unit, that's when we did our math test. So that will vary in terms of days, but just keep a lookout on the newsletter and it will show you when the next math test is. And then the science and social studies are also tested at the end of units. So you will see that on our newsletter as well. Our iReady diagnostic testing is done 3 times a year. We've already taken our first diagnostic test, and in the second quarter, we'll be taking our second one. Our grading scale in first grade is a little bit different than second through fifth. We don't use A, B, C, D, F. We use S to represent 100% to 80%. W represents 79% to 70%. An N is 69% to 60%, and a U is 59% and lower. So the way I explain it to the students, S is satisfactory, it's what we want, it's our goal. W means we're working on it, we're not quite there, but we're working on it. N means we are not doing great, we're not satisfactory, we want to get up to a W or an S. We need to work a little bit harder to get up there. And then U is not our goal at all, we want to strive for anything above a W or an S. For specials, our rotation stays the same each week. So Monday, we always start with art. So please remember your art shirts so that they don't get their clothes dirty. Tuesday and Wednesday, we have PE. So good days to wear sneakers. Thursday is music, and then Friday is PE again. So if you're looking for what you can do to help out from home, one of those things is to continue practicing those phonics words and those sight words every day. You can really tell which students are practicing at home. We can tell when we practice in class, the students that already got it. Reading with your child daily is super helpful. Any books, even if they're repeating books that they've read before, is going to help with their fluency, with their comprehension. So reading every night would be super helpful. I'm going to be posting a link so you can sign up for conferences and we can discuss your child's progress and their testing results and see what we need to do to get them ready for second grade next year. And you can also, if you'd like, donate an Amazon gift card for our class. We can use it to buy hands-on activities that we can do, as well as books that we can project onto our smart board for read alouds. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to let me know. I will be available right after this video until 6:30. So any questions that you have, please feel free to send it to me on Class Dojo. I look forward to meeting everybody at conferences in October, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.